Microsoft isn't trying to be the Netflix of games, they're trying to be the
Amazon of games.
It's the Amazon strategy. They can take a loss on every single video game they sell through Game Pass forever until they have
wiped out the competition.
And Sony and Nintendo cannot do shit about it. Actually, I should say I think Nintendo will be fine.
Wiped out the competition.
Nintendo will be fine. Because it could mean that Microsoft wipes out all the competition in the video game space.
All the competition in the video game space.
Nintendo will be fine. They want to use their massive cash advantage to undercut and dominate the entire game industry. Nintendo will be fine.
Who is this cute little lesbian and how tight is her pussy?
You know, there must be something wrong with the world because things make a lot more sense when I'm high than when I'm sober and scrolling through Twitter or any social media for that matter. We already live in a society where corporations control 99% of your fucking life, but people simply choose to hate certain ones and love others. It's a very strange dystopian nightmare, but what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're an addict, and I'm in jail, so what the fuck can we really do except point and laugh at the hypocrisy and misinformation of those that make us feel a lot better about ourselves and our situations? Plus, it's like the second best thing to crack.
It's man, so in love with
salt,
he has forgotten himself and found only appetites.
So, failed celebrity Adam Conover. What do you mean I can't call him a failed celebrity? He's 100%. Okay, fine. Celebrity Adam Conover, whatever. You know, the guy who doesn't even really fucking play video games. I have trouble finding his PSN, Steam, or Xbox Live account, or his Nintendo account. I would really like to see how much he actually plays video games.
You know,
Either way, this fuckface that looks like he buys feet pics decided that he wanted to give his own take on the Microsoft purchase of Activision Blizzard. And you know what? There's actually a lot of valid criticism in Microsoft purchasing Activision. I go and I watch Mudahar's video, and I come out thinking to myself, you know what? Muda had some good points. I mean, he may take a lot of gamer fuel, but that's way fucking better than the amount of soy Adam takes. One was a very well thought out video by someone who is clearly a gamer, and the other is a shitty TikTok video posted on Twitter by a failed TV celebrity who doesn't really give too much of a shit about video games. Clearly, to him, video games are a subject and not really a hobby, no matter how much he tries to convince you. Now, I will point out that Destin already thoroughly dismantled every single argument and point in this TikTok clip, and I highly recommend you go and watch that if you want a more professional breakdown with someone who shows Adam a lick of respect. But when you're on Fratanga Plays, things are different. I'm pretty jacked up on a bunch of substances, and I can hardly keep my composure. We'll see how this goes.
So I've been thinking a lot about how Microsoft just bought Activision, one of the world's largest video game publishers, and I think that news is a lot more frightening than most people realize.
No, Adam, World War III is frightening. Abby's sex scene is frightening. Yelena's face is frightening. Microsoft buying a company to help save me some goddamn money is not frightening.
Like, I see people worrying, oh, what if they make Call of Duty an Xbox exclusive? But that's not the issue. The issue is that Microsoft can use Activision to undercut the rest of the
entire video game industry
and build a monopoly.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, Adam, I seriously have to know, how many games do you actually play? How much about the industry do you even fucking know? Let's see, measly 6 hours in Halo Infinite, 30 minutes of Sea of Thieves, 14 minutes of Hades, 10 measly hours of Halo Master Chief Collection, and a whopping 3 minutes of Forza Horizon 5.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
What a gamer. Totally represents us. We should listen to this guy. In what world could Microsoft solely use Activision to undercut the rest of the entire gaming industry? How in the fuck can you create a monopoly with solely Activision? Activision is not the entire industry, okay? Keep that in mind, Adam.
See, most publishers sell their games for $60 or $70, which they have to do because the games cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make and years of effort.
And as we can clearly fucking see based off of the last few years, none of that's true. They don't charge you $60 to $70 because they have to make back all that money. They charge you $60 to $70 for incomplete games because they can. That's not to say some publishers don't do that because they do need to make their money back. The AAA industry has clearly shown that it's depriving us of more content than giving us. It's reasons like this that people are attracted to services like Game Pass. It's not Microsoft's fault, it's their competitors' fault for deciding to burn out consumers so much that they say, fuck it, I'm not gonna hand you full price for games anymore. And even then, the number of people doing that is still less than the overall amount of people who are buying games. So, miss me with that shit.
But Microsoft has recently disrupted that strategy by introducing a service called Game Pass, where you can get hundreds of games for just $9.99 a month. And now they're buying up game publishers so they can put their games on the service.
They what? They disrupted it? In what fucking world? Physical and digital sales still surpass Game Pass subscriptions, and as a matter of fact, Game Pass has actually helped bolster sales. Adam seems to believe everybody subscribing to Game Pass and not buying games, but the numbers clearly show that not only is he wrong, he's downright delusional.
Microsoft has bought so many game studios that they now own Doom, Wolfenstein, Quake,
And can you guess what, Adam? You can play all of those on PlayStation's PS Now service, and you can download them and buy them there, all while they're still available on Game Pass. As a matter of fact, it wasn't Microsoft who first got the lockdown on these games for their subscription service. Sony has had Bethesda games and Activision games on their subscription service long before Microsoft, so do not lie to me that they can't compete. Sony has obviously been in a position where they could clearly undercut Microsoft for years with their subscription service, and they did absolutely nothing with it. That's on them.
Halo,
Halo? Are you fucking for real? You want to bring Halo into this now? That has always been exclusive for Xbox. What the fuck?
Call of Duty,
Fucking staying on PlayStation if you haven't heard the news, which you clearly haven't.
Elder Scrolls Fallout, Diablo, Hearthstone, Overwatch.
Again, not only are they still available to purchase on PlayStation, but you can still get them on PlayStation's own subscription service. Oh my god, Adam, come on.
StarCraft, Warcraft, World of Warcraft,
Well, those are fucking PC games, so I don't know why the hell you're worried about PlayStation.
Psychonauts,
Still on fucking PlayStation, even the sequel.
Guitar Hero,
Dead IP, congratulations, Adam. You've got me totally frightened.
Dishonored, Minecraft,
Minecraft? Really? Fucking Minecraft stayed on PlayStation.
Gears of War,
Gears of War, again, another franchise that has always been exclusive to Xbox. Something tells me Adam just ran down a list of exclusive IPs that Microsoft has, didn't bother to do any research, and just assumes they were all purchased recently.
Tony Hawk, and Zork. Remember Zork?
Zork? Really? Fucking Zork? Do you even remember what Zork is? Cause it hasn't seen a game in decades. It's a public domain text-based RPG. You have got to be fucking kidding me, Adam. I can tell you're literally just reading off a list. Oh yeah, Microsoft is gonna create a monopoly through the power of fucking Zork.
It doesn't matter if Call of Duty is also available on PlayStation. If you can get it for $9.99 instead of $70 and get hundreds of other games too, that's what you're gonna do. The deal is just too good to pass up. Now, I can hear what you're going to say next. You're saying Sony and Nintendo just need to make their own Game Pass competitors and make their own games, $9.99 a month.
Well, no, I'm not saying that because Sony has already had a Game Pass-like service for a while, and they're gonna overhaul it and call it Spartacus and make it similar to Game Pass. So no, I don't have to suggest it. Sony's already working on it. And as for Nintendo, the Switch can't even play 90% of the games out there. So what the fuck would be the point in a subscription service when Nintendo doesn't even get the majority of games to begin with?
Here's the problem. I don't think they can do that. I think Microsoft is taking a massive loss on Game Pass, and they're able to do that because they are literally 10 times bigger than Sony and Nintendo combined.
Well, here's your problem, Adam. PlayStation already proved that they can do it through PS Now, to a lesser degree, because not all of its games are compatible on PC, obviously, and their big AAA exclusives are not day one on the service. But other than that, Sony's revenue was $25 billion. There's no evidence to show that a subscription service like PS Now has even created a dent in their sales. Why the fuck do you think Sony can't do it when Sony themselves said they can do it and they're going to do it? My god, Adam, come on.
Nintendo makes video games and playing cards. Sony makes video games and headphones.
Sony makes fucking TVs, movies, cameras, and just about every single fucking audio device you could think of. They don't just make video games and headphones. Are you forgetting Spider-Man was one of the highest grossing films of the fucking year? Sony Pictures ring a bell?
Microsoft makes video games, the operating system that every computer in the world runs on, and the web services that every website in the world run on. They are one of the biggest companies in the world, and that means that they can use their massive cash reserves to subsidize their video game service forever.
I swear to God, are you seriously that stupid? Do you seriously believe in your heart that Microsoft would just allow this branch to continue not making them money for the rest of its existence? It nearly got shut down at one point. The Xbox division was saved by Phil Spencer. But you are right, theoretically, they could just continue to hemorrhage money forever if they wanted. But that would be stupid. Microsoft has no reason to allow that to happen. They threatened the Xbox division once. I doubt they want to threaten them again.
It's the Amazon strategy. They can take a loss on every single video game they sell through Game Pass forever until they have wiped out the competition, and Sony and Nintendo cannot do shit about it.
That's fucking retarded, Adam. Why in the world would Microsoft want to wipe out Sony? They're one of their biggest customers. If you haven't noticed, a lot of publishers are customers of Microsoft. Their Azure servers make them a shitload of cash. They have no interest in watching Sony go under, especially not in the gaming industry, where Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft are not the only companies.
Actually, I should say I think Nintendo will be fine, because Nintendo has Mario and Zelda, and everyone loves Mario and Zelda, but I think Sony is fucked.
What? You think Sony, with their 17 million sold units of PS5 and their 25 billion in revenue are fucked? Sony with some of the highest selling AAA exclusives? Sony, who actually has more money in the bank than Nintendo? Motherfuckers acting like Sony themselves don't have their own exclusive IPs like Spider-Man. Well, either way, you said it yourself. Nintendo will be fine after non-stop fear-mongering. Wow, brilliant, Adam. Fucking amazing. Clearly, TikTok is not the place to be having these conversations, and clearly, they should not be had by you.
Like Sony can't afford to make the new God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn game just $10. They need those games to be $70 for them to make a profit that year.
Question, Adam. Do you seriously think games like God of War, with over 20 million copies sold, were all fully priced copies that make up the majority of those sales? Clearly not. Sony's games do not remain fully priced throughout the entire year. They drop price so more people will buy it. At that point, they may as well also put it on a subscription service and rake in a few extra customers who would have never bought otherwise.
Whereas Microsoft is able to lose money indefinitely, so indefinitely that they can sell the damn console and Game Pass for just $25 a month.
How dare Microsoft allow people to finance a console during these times where it's really fucking hard to get a console?
Now that's an amazing deal, but it's one of those deals that we might later say, ooh, that deal was a little bit too good to be true, because it could mean that Microsoft wipes out all the competition in the video game space and then is able to jack the prices up on us and also make games that are a lot worse.
I was going to call this just speculation, but no, this is just nothing but fear-mongering. Trying to rile up people, get them worried about something that could potentially maybe happen in a world where the DOJ would never allow it to happen. And make worse games? For real? Psychonauts 2, Forza Horizon 5, Age of Empires 4, Halo Infinite, all day one launches on Game Pass, excellent titles, and a couple of those sold incredibly well and did good on Game Pass. You have no ground to really stand on, and the only legit point you have is they're probably gonna raise the price on us, which, yeah, they probably will, but that's the closest thing you have to making anybody worry about jack shit. Well, except the PlayStation fanboys, because they fall for any propaganda.
And let's not forget that all this consolidation naturally is going to lead to layoffs and worse conditions for workers.
Worse conditions for workers? How in the world do the work conditions get worse than Activision?
Microsoft isn't trying to be the Netflix of games, they're trying to be the Amazon of games.
Trust me, no they're not, because Amazon is already trying to be the Amazon of video games, and they suck at it.
They want to use their massive cash advantage to undercut and dominate the entire game industry. That is bad for video game makers and video game players, and as someone who loves video games, I'm worried.
How about you just go back to trying to be a TV star? Yeah? This fake outrage I'm seeing on the internet with big media figures coming out, speaking like they know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to monopolies in the gaming industry, is so goddamn cringe and literally only exists to ignite an argument, get retweeted, reposted, re-uploaded 1,000 times over, because TV stars now need video games to get any sort of relevancy. This portrayal of Sony being the underdog who stands no chance when they've been in first place for a very long time makes absolutely no sense. The entire video's premise is silly because it requires you to suspend your disbelief for a split second, just so you could be scared about something that's most likely not going to ever happen. The only thing Adam managed to ruin tonight was his own goddamn credibility. Congratulations. I hope I don't have to see your fuckface for a while. Please, don't talk about video games. And with that being said, how about you like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and I'll be seeing you bitches in the next video.
Fritango sucks ass.